Okay, this makeup tutorial will be showing you how to use very little product and still achieve a nice look. First thing I'm going to do is apply moisturizer to the face. Next, I'm going to spot apply Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer in shade 7 over Mandy's face. You need such a small amount of this because it's so concentrated. With a damp beauty blender sponge, as you can see, I'm then going to blend this in to the skin. And you need to work relatively quickly because it does have a tendency to dry, and though you don't have to set this, I still think it's better to set the makeup. Now I'm actually going to set the makeup using a damp sponge, the sponge I'm using, by dipping it directly into the loose powder and then applying it to the skin, because this will give you an absolutely budge-proof finish. It's not going to come off this way because it just seals it into the skin and gives it a more dewy look than it would without. So you can see what I'm doing here. The product is just going into my loose powder that I've got here. And then I'm just patting it onto the skin with this, and it blends the whole thing in for me with this kind of sponge, which is why they're such a good investment. Next, I'm taking a bronzer and I'm contouring underneath the cheekbones. I'm then going to contour the sides of the jaw, and I'm going to contour from the outer edge of the eye right the way up into the temples, and I will then bronze around the perimeter of the outer part of the face. This will give a subtle definition to the eye without there being any eyeshadow on the eye itself. So you just want to move the brush across, and then we'll just go around the circumference of the face as well. Taking a highlighter, apply a very small amount of highlighter to the upper part of the cheekbone. And the same thing on the other side. Next, I'm going to take a blush, and I'm going to choose one in a pink tone, and I'm going to apply this just where I applied the highlight color, just a fraction below it. This will then blend it into the contouring shade and the highlight shade, so there's no real terrible lines. Taking the same highlighter, I'm just highlighting the inner tear duct of the eye just to create that outside V, just to give it a bit of definition. Then I'm going to line the outside of the lips. I'm going to fill in the entire lip with a lip line all the way around, and then fill in the edges of the lip. This will give that 3D ombre effect that everybody's going on about at the moment. So you can see we're doing the outline, then the corners of the mouth will get filled in darker. I'm then going to apply a white, actually it's an ivory, gel eyeliner, which is waterproof, to the inside part of the lips. I will then leave this about 20 seconds for it to set. Then I'm going to go over this with a lip gloss, which is Mandy's, and this is NARS in Sandpiper. And you can see now really quickly the center of the lip, how much lighter it looks without there being anything else. See? Really pretty. Next comes the mascara. This is Lancome, which is hers, shockingly. And after that, I'm going to line with coffee pencil just very lightly in the inner rim of the eye. And then you will see a before and an after. And you can see that just using a few products makes a big difference. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.